Hello, everybody, and welcome to JoJerz Wildtime Watch Along. I am Lobo, and today we got WWE Backlash. Pat McAfee versus Gunther is one of the matches. They're just showing Pat. Let me know where you're joining me from and what match are you looking forward to tonight.
Gunther is here. McAfee and Gunther live tonight. She's the inaugural Intercontinental Champion.
Also, Lyra putting her title on the line against Becky.
Against, well, her former mentor.
And already announced today that the U.S. title will open up the show. Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight versus Drew versus Damien, the Fatal 4-Way. Ooh, Randy. We also have John Cena versus Randy Orton.
John Cena live at Backlash.
And then we got the IC title also on the line. Dominic against the Cero Miedo Penta.
You don't mean anything to me because the last real champ is here. Talking back.
What do you guys think of this John Cena heel character that he's doing right now? I kind of love it because he ain't telling no lies. He's throwing it back at people's faces. I really like it.
I'm going to maul you. I'm going to grab you by the head and drive it into this mouth. You got a problem with Cole. You got a problem with me.
In 5 minutes, I'm already the greatest ever.
I don't know about that, but yeah, sure.
I'm gonna make that matter like I made you matter.
No guts with
Jacob Fatu.
You're gonna be in for one hell of a night.
Winners write history.
That was a great promo from John last night on SmackDown.
And now, Morgan and Morgan presents WWE Backlash.
Hell yeah.
You are looking live at the sold out Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis, Missouri. We are sold out with 17,155 WWE fans on hand for WWE Backlash.
Oh yeah. Yep. I got Jacob Fatu retaining his title here to open up Backlash. What do you guys think?
The following is a fatal 4-way match for the United States.
That means no DQ.
From Los Angeles, California, 240 pounds. What an incredible way to kick off Backlash tonight, a fatal 4-way match for the United States Championship.
What's up, man?
Hello again, everybody.
How you doing, Carlos?
Tonight, I'm Michael Cole from Monday Night Raw. He's Wade Barrett from Friday Night SmackDown, our normal partner, Pat.
You got LA Knight,
Because he is an act.
Drew, Damien, or Jacob for this first one. Jacob putting his title on the line in the fatal four-way.
Physical matches of the year, championship on the line, packed arena, and they are bellowing out support for the megastar LA Knight.
Yeah, some tremendous statistics from our Jackie Redmond during the countdown show. LA Knight has been extremely successful so far in 2025. More wins than just about anyone.
Here comes Drew. You're tired and hot. Is it the weather or you're sick? By the way, you're missing out on some pretty good wings I made. Although I would like to see Drew win, I don't think he's winning. Jacob needs a run with this. Unless Solo interferes, causes him the title.
Drew McIntyre has not held the championship since WrestleMania 40, some near 14 months ago. The night he won the World Heavyweight title, defeating Seth Rollins, only to hold it for 5+ minutes before being cashed in on by one of the men in this matchup tonight, Damian Priest. In those 14 months have been the longest of McIntyre's career.
Well, just cast your eyes on Drew McIntyre. That physique is undeniably fab. But the grimace on the face tells its story. Drew McIntyre is livid that he is in a fatal four-way matchup this evening instead of a one-on-one match after winning a #1 contenders match on SmackDown a couple of weeks ago. He aims to make these three opponents pay this evening.
There's no.
McIntyre yesterday on SmackDown did connect with a claymore to the jaw of the champ Jacob Fatu. That could be the pathway to victory. And
wings and pizza would have been great.
And a win here, capturing the United States Championship.
But consider that I made him like almost from scratch. Not bad. Damian Priest.
Damian Priest is a former United States champion. Would love to win the gold back here tonight. No one will ever forget Backlash 2 years ago in Puerto Rico. Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. One of the most incredible matchups we've seen at this event as we celebrate the 20th Backlash here tonight.
Damian Priest has a major point to prove after losing the Sin City Street Fight at WrestleMania 41 to one of his opponents tonight, Drew McIntyre, something the Street King Priest wants to make good this evening.
And tonight, Backlash is brought to you in part by Papa John's. Pizza.
Speaking of pizza,
Delivery tonight.
now we got a Samoan werewolf, Jacob, Part 2. Crowd behind them. Oh. Oh. Yeah. What do you got here, Carlos?
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States champion Jacob Fatu has never been pinned or made to submit since his arrival here in WWE. The interesting thing about this matchup tonight, Wade, is he doesn't have to be pinned or be submitted in order to lose his United States championship, because the first man to get pinfall or submission becomes the champion.
Yeah, that's why Drew McIntyre's reaction to this becoming a fatal four-way is a little surprising to me. To victory, but LA Knight, Damian Priest, and indeed the Scottish Terminator McIntyre is that much easier in that they don't have to pin the current champion, and it may well be unpinnable.
Jacob Fatu staring across the ring at that man, LA Knight. Man Fatu defeated in WrestleMania in an incredible match for the United States title. What a shock. McIntyre has a scowl on his face as he makes his way to the ring to officially begin this match for the prestigious United States Championship. Dozens of WWE Hall of Famers have held this title over the years. Of course, the very first found back in 1974, someone who this part of the world knows very well. The late great Harley Race, the first ever United States champion, and inspiration for many men on the current roster in WWE. The great strategy tonight for these men in this match.
Crowd screaming Fatu. And I am too.
That the world is chanting the name of right now, Jacob Fatu. Try to focus all of your energies on summoning up one of the other two and stay out of this cold, violent barbarian's way.
Yeah, and no surprise that the two rivalries split off to start this match. Fatu and LA Knight, of course, McIntyre and Priest. We talked a lot in the Countdown show whether Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, nearly 14-month rivalry with each other, possibly cost them in this match tonight.
Immediately vacating the ring and leaving the to the check for the forward.
Ooh, LA now with the big neck breaker on Fatu.
As Fatu went head first off the post, and Priest now into the ring.
Priest and LA Knight were tagging together last night. The second the match ended, they started throwing fists at one another. All bets are off now, every man for himself.
And LA Knight now, and there's that slingshot. Shoulder right to the chest of Jacob Fatu.
LA Knight in control on this four-way.
Turning into LA Knight's knees, and LA Knight focused here in the early going tonight.
LA Knight on fire to start off the match. Yeah.
And LA Knight now, all TNT. Lance Damian Priest tonight is so focused here, Wade.
Well, this has been an absolute thus far for the megastar. Well, putting one of these men down to the 3 count is a very tall order this early.
Samoan drop, nope.
For the Samoan drop, but again, LA Knight counters it. And here's the cover now, and a kick out.
Kick out at one.
That inverted DDT by LA Knight.
It's been a 2-minute highlight reel of LA Knight's ability thus far. This was not what anyone was anticipating. Well, you do fear the megastar may well run out of steam.
I agree, Carlos. I think Fatu went well to retain.
Remember, I was embarrassed at the way that he lost at WrestleMania. It was a great match, but he did not want to lose the title on the grand stage.
Ooh, high-low from Priest and LA Knight.
Priest and the megastar once again. Let me take you so far in a match like this.
A temporary alliance formed here, because remember, it's every man.
Ooh,
When it comes to
they had a tag yesterday.
Fatu threaded into the
Tagged him
post.
yesterday.
And LA Knight
Ooh, and it's over.
Well, I like the alliance in taking out Jacob Fatu. Oh my God.
Ooh.
So a domineering powerhouse.
This pace expected.
It's not a pace that can be kept up for long, not with the mass of these bodies. These are four huge competitors.
Now, Drew, all in control now.
It's going to this athleticism into a tip-up. That's a 275-pound man, ladies and gentlemen.
That's an unfair number of tips bestowed upon Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre looking for a claymore.
Cut off by LA Knight.
You talked about it earlier. The claymore
Super kick to LA Knight.
Himself here 24 hours later.
Well, we've seen time and time again already in this match the inherent problem of a fatal four-way. There is always a fresh opponent lurking and waiting to strike when you least expect it.
And a step-up kick by Priest. And Fatu now on the top rope. Damian Priest going to go up high as well. So
big Hurricanrana.
Fatu across the ring.
No 6'5" superstar should be capable of moves like that.
And Priest.
Flatliner from Priest.
Wrinkle in the massive playbook
What's Priest doing?
of this powerful Puerto Rican.
And now Damian Priest on the other side. On that flatliner, taking out LA Knight. McIntyre finds his way back into the ring as well. Priest turns his attention again to the champion. Big kick by Priest again.
They want table.
This cross Priest, remember, this move here, old school from the top ropes against McIntyre's WrestleMania. Where this turns into a cross body.
Cost him this time, worked perfectly.
Inside out.
And Jacob Fatu has got zero momentum so far in this matchup. The other trio at moments have looked like they're closing in on victory.
Now Damian in control.
Chipped away and Fatu by the other three competitors.
Smart of all focus their biggest offense on Jacob Fatu, perhaps realizing he is the most durable threat in the matchup.
Spinning a heel kick by Damian Priest, who now finds himself in control.
I'm impressed because Priest is in control and he's not breathing heavy at all. This deep into a matchup.
Going after Fatu.
Wake up.
Oh, look at this now, Fatu.
Ooh, on the edge of the barricade. Ooh.
He said ever since WrestleMania, he's increased his cardio. He's tightened up the diet, and I have no interest in being anywhere near this man because he is completely unhinged. Here's a man
Fatu breathing heavy.
I've told this story before. Spent a number of times in jail, got out, had to sleep on a mattress. Said, I'm never going back there again. I'm going to be I'm going to make some money.
If there's an upset, Damian is going to win it.
I'm going to use that killer instinct that I learned in jail and take it on everybody here in WWE.
Oh, we got two alpha males from opposite
Two
sides.
tough SOBs looking at each other.
No back down in either one of these men. McIntyre and Fatu.
All gas, no brakes doesn't do you any good when you hit a brick wall. That's the words of McIntyre.
Like the moment building here in St. Louis. Fatu and McIntyre exchanging blows.
I can see it, Carlos. I just don't see LA Knight winning it back so quickly. And I don't see Fatu losing it so quickly either. Unless they're going to finally pull the trigger on the Solo and Fatu split.
McIntyre might be about to get dog walked.
Big Samoan drop to Drew. Woo, pop up. Yeah, that I mean.
This guy's a quote machine. You translate that? I think it means, do you know what I mean?
Oh, got it. Oh, into the corner.
Ooh.
Paying homage to, of course, Umaga and Rikishi.
Not the kind of guy I want to have many conversations with, but like everyone else, I want to stare on in awe at the power of Jacob Fatu.
Make sure there was a table between us when I spoke to them earlier.
Gonna stay a safe distance away from this man. The problem is he can close distance in double quick time.
Indeed, it is an incredible athlete for his size, the power, the agility, the strength, and the quickness. The high impact offensive
Fatu going to the
Will
top.
absorb more punishment than anyone else in this matchup. Yet now he's firmly in control.
Yeah, but that was
What does that tell you?
we took a little bit too much time there.
Ooh, gouging the eyes of Fatu. Moldy Q.
In a fatal four-way match.
You simply gotta go savage against Jacob Fatu. Do what you gotta do to get it done.
Uh-oh, LA Knight cuts him off.
Lost McIntyre. Stops away at the intersection of McIntyre. McIntyre's in trouble now.
We all that frenzy
Stomping now.
over this place.
Uh-oh. Oof.
McIntyre.
Why are you doing this, LA Knight?
Now heads to the
You know
top
Drew
rope.
is gonna
Time to
come up.
work on the champ. Two able to knock him away.
With Priest down, McIntyre tied up. This is effectively a one-on-one match. This is where you need to get
Oof.
to get victory here.
What the hell is Fatu thinking?
Yep.
And look at the
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that was nice. Wait, Fatu just popped up like it was nothing.
What an incredible pivot from
Woo! Taking out everybody. Fatu.
this guy is an absolute athletic freak, and he's totally levitating.
Ooh, Swanton. Uh-oh. Ooh, LA Knight hit it. South from heaven. Or is this gonna be the end? Ooh, Claymore. Uh-oh. Priest fell. Upset. Upset. No.
Oh God, talking about stealing defeat from the jaws of victory. McIntyre almost falling on his own shoulder.
This is absolutely incredible. First Fatu with the swan time, but that wasn't it, Wade.
Unloading all of the heavy artillery. Do not turn your back. Do not celebrate. Be a team in the megastar followed immediately by a crushing sound of heaven. And then McIntyre hitting the big one.
All four men are down. It's for the prestigious United States.
Good exchange there by everybody.
Incredible electricity here. 17,000 plus in St. Louis.
Two things guaranteed. To win, you need to take your body to places your opponents won't. And secondly,
Drew set up in a corner.
are going to need major medical intervention when this war is over.
Well, maybe not Fatu. He's back to his feet. He's shaking and juking and driving.
Ooh, nice back elbow from Drew.
And now Drew,
Uh-oh.
looking at the
Future shock. Caught it.
About that medical attention call.
And Fatu now.
Another one.
Moves out to the apron. LA Knight on the counter. Look for the BFT. LA Knight got caught up with Fatu, rolled out of the ring. And now McIntyre.
Ooh, got it.
And she's in the future shock again by McIntyre. Kept up now by Drew.
Cover.
Forget
Forget about Priest.
Impacts these competitors are
Going for the
absorbing.
Claymore.
Drew's cooking something up here like a tightly coiled.
Ooh, Claymore. Cover. Drew.
McIntyre into the cover.
One. That Priest pulls the red. Yeah. Oh, gives him the up yours.
Championship.
Perfectly legal, but incredibly underhanded. Priest just halting the career of Drew McIntyre.
But again, Wade, we talked about this earlier tonight with this
Ooh, both of them go over the barricade.
the match. Priest just calls McIntyre.
Uh-oh. It looks like Fatu's gonna creep in and take it.
This is just played into the hands of Jacob Fatu and potentially LA Knight.
Well, maybe it's not too because he's just delivering headbutt after headbutt tonight. But that's for all intents and purposes.
Yada. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, no one home.
Now it's LA Knight.
Can LA Knight
Moves on
take it back?
everyone out. LA Knight
Oh, he's going up.
What does everybody want?
LA Knight. Yeah. Big elbow. Doing it again? It's gonna cost you, brother.
Top rope again.
Drew and Priest out of the way. One. It's not gonna be enough. And barely kicks out.
So small of the megastar, you have to stack offense against something. Wait a second.
Meanwhile, the fight between McIntyre and Priest is now
With the
spilled
crowd.
out onto the floor seats of the WWE fans here. McIntyre turning on an equipment case and now talking trash to the camera.
When you certainly can't win a match,
Ooh, cross shot from Drew.
these two completely focus on one another and not victory at this point, it seems.
And how they going now? McIntyre and Priest up in that area to where our audio and our video equipment are all stored. Those
A little girl screaming.
massive
Uh-oh. Looks like Drew's gonna go down.
and now up top,
Suplex.
McIntyre looking to take Priest out of the entire equation.
Nope. Gouging out now. Drew.
To the eyeballs of McIntyre.
Little payback.
Looking for South of Heaven.
The rage and the stain between these two coming to a point.
Uh-oh, they're both going through. Oof. Drew might have missed a little bit the table. Woo!
McIntyre's down. Priest is down. LA Knight and Fatu are down at ringside as we take another look. Watch this impact wave.
Oh my God!
Let's see if Drew's head bounced out of the cement, because it looked like it did. I don't. The camera didn't get it, but that's a lot of weight going through those two tables. Yeah, I think Drew slammed his head off of it.
From Damian Priest, who saw the red before his eyes. The mist descended, and there is now a somber chill in the air as these two men are in great danger.
It looks like this is a one-on-one now. Still no DQ. And now Fatu taken out.
Trying to take advantage as he sends the champ Fatu into the ring post.
Well, I'm completely writing off McIntyre and Priest. Oh God, at this point, this is a one-on-one match, and it's getting really, really ugly.
And now Fatu on our announce table. The hood of the announce table compressing into our laps, and now using the front of the announce table as a weapon to Fatu. Jacob down.
Is he gonna looking like he's about to take him out?
Unable to prevent any of this carnage going on. Match continues.
LA Knights.
I've never seen anything like this from LA Knight.
To the second row.
Hey.
And look who's here.
So, ooh, Solo came out and pulled Fatu.
Saving his championship.
He still have backup in this game, and LA Knight just knew that his chance of victory were banging.
Yeah! Jeff Cobb!
Oh my God.
The debut of Jeff Cobb. Another someone from Hawaii. He was formerly in New Japan. Ooh. Formerly also in Lucha Underground. Ooh.
Has absolutely no idea what hit him.
Ooh.
This guy is just a formidable menace.
He just crushed Knight's spine against the ring post.
There is no DQ. Ref can't do shit about it.
Fatu now coming to at ringside.
This new bloodline is a bunch of monsters. Fatu confused, not happy about it. You talking about Jeff Cobb? Yeah, he was independent, but he was recently signed with New Japan,
And now Jacob Fatu is gonna
saying to everybody that, ooh, what a hip thrust,
on
that he had retired
LA Knight, the get wave
But now his contract expired and he signed with WWE. And it looks like Fatu gonna take this. 1, 2, 3.
The United States Championship.
Fatu's still confused. Whoa.
So don't look a big horse in the mouth. Fatu retains thanks to that intervention, but it does not appear that Jacob Fatu wanted any kick or any help whatsoever.
Jacob Fatu wins the fatal four-way match for the United States Championship. Wade, remember what Solo Sikoa said last night on SmackDown? He said, I'm out of soldiers. You got to wonder,
True.
is this man his newest soldier?
Wow. Fatu not happy about that, but hey. Wow. Great first match. Great way to start off the show. What you think of the match, Carlos? Everybody in chat, let me know if you're excited for Jeff Cobb debut on WWE.
I'm used to everyone in the WWE knowing the taste of me, but now that I use the Old Spice Scratchy Bars, I gotta look out for everyone else. I get it. And you all want the 24/7 push. Keep in mind, Grandpa knows a good smell.
Is that our truth?
When he takes it. Now I'm the Old Spice guy. Oh.
Yeah, good match. Definitely interested now on how long the partnership with Solo and Fatu is going to last before they snap.
WWE Night of Champions for the first time ever in Kingdom Arena, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Tickets available soon on ebook.
Well, folks, the General Entertainment Authority, in cooperation with WWE, has announced that Night of Champions will be held in Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on Saturday, June 28th. Friday Night SmackDown emanates from
Add
Kingdom
that to
Arena
the schedule.
This marks the first time SmackDown will be held in Saudi Arabia's capital. General ticket sale information and further event updates available in the upcoming weeks. And tonight, WWE Backlash, presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured, go to 4 people.
Jeez, so many freaking ads and
Lots to talk about already as we get set for the Backlash post-show. Immediately following the main event here tonight on Peacock and WWE's social media channel, Jackie Peter and Big E will break things down. You see the array of special guests going to be on the event later on.
Maybe not.
Our main event
He
tonight.
survives.
Here in St. Louis, Missouri, John Cena versus Randy Orton. Their storied rivalry began 25 years ago. They had 23 one-on-one matches in their career. Tonight could be the final time they meet in WWE. But before we get there, it's a heated rivalry born in betrayal. Lyra Valkyria
next.
and she faces
Women's
off
IC title.
in a match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Will Lyra finally strike back at the fan and settle the score? It's an all-Irish showdown for the Women's Intercontinental Championship up next.
Yeah, they might become something else, but
Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defend the women's tag team titles.
I don't know if they're still going by the bloodline though.
Hopefully she's found a partner. Bailey was attacked yesterday.
So you got about 24 hours to find a new partner.
So who will it be? Valkyrie and Becky Lynch have become great friends over the last couple of years.
Be able to be here, it's really quite amazing, especially to be by this woman's side.
Well, you saw what happened to Bailey. Laura was given 24 hours to find herself a new partner.
Double champion with the man, dream come true. I feel like a massive life goal was completed today. I
Carlos,
couldn't be happier.
which one?
Liv and Raquel take on Becky and
Who's
Lynch.
are you talking about?
Very disappointed Becky Lynch. Lyra Valkyria as well. Not quite the way they wanted the Raw after WrestleMania to go.
Ah, Valkyria, got it.
The man is back in business, so let's get down to business. Bailey was tragically taken out of her WrestleMania match. It was me.
I did like that from the match. Just immediately say, yeah, fuck it, it was me.
My enemy. And that brings me to Lyra. Lyra wouldn't be in this business. If it wasn't for me, I had high hopes for Lyra. While I was out, she was posing up to the woman who I've been fighting for the last 6 years.
You had high hopes for me. Do you know how many women in that
Tonight?
room warned me about
Possibly costing Becky the match.
But I finally see it now. Are you thinking about the last time we went one-on-one? When I beat you and took your ST championship?
She doesn't have a dream if it isn't for me. She doesn't
Yeah, I can see that. If
isn't
not, I do see
I put this title on the line.
I'm gonna
if Bailey
make
doesn't
that
return, I do
work
see
like
Becky
I made
winning the
you
title.
matter. It doesn't matter how good you think you are. I'm the greatest to ever do it.
You're interested in beating the next Becky Lynch. I am Lyra Valkyria, and I am going to be a better person than you, and I already know I'm a better wrestler than you.
Still gets a big pop, even though she's the heel now.
It's been nearly a year since Becky Lynch has been in a one-on-one match here at WWE. She lost a steel cage match to Liv Morgan at that point in time. Had a couple of tag team matchups, of course, at WrestleMania, and then the night that she turned on Lyra Valkyria. Will that come into play tonight, Wade? She really hasn't had this match in a year.
I think she's fine. She's absolutely ready. She's primed. Class is permanent. You shake off the ring rust in a heartbeat when you're as good as Becky Lynch.
And this match is sponsored tonight by Cricket. fast and powerful nationwide 5G coverage, you can stress less, smile more. Becky Lynch, a
Yeah.
seven-time world champion.
That's a good possibility if he does show up there, Carlos.
Women's champion as well.
Well, it all will now get a chance to add one more in the form of the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Don't.
And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, she is the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria.
She won a 12-person tournament to become the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion back in January. Very proud champion, holding the title for 100-plus days. We would learn that it was Becky Lynch, the woman who attacked Bayley, who was supposed to team with Lyra Valkyria for the tag titles at WrestleMania. Becky and Lyra would go on to win the titles, and then Becky would turn her back on this woman, a woman who looked up, idolized Becky Lynch, who was a protege of sorts, only to be betrayed after losing the tag team championship match.
Ultimate feel-good story when these two won the tag championships at WrestleMania 41, only to capitulate 24 hours later. Lyra Valkyria, I would argue, ruined the triumphant return of one of the biggest names in the industry after an 11-month absence.
Yeah, well, Becky Lynch forcing her way into that matchup after attacking Bayley. Nonetheless, this is for the Intercontinental Championship. Lyra Valkyria, Becky Lynch. Lyra does own a
I got
victory
Becky
over
Lynch winning this
back
one.
in 2023, Halloween Havoc at NXT. Lyra would beat Becky Lynch to take the NXT Women's Championship.
Many people would argue that was a fluke victory. If you check out exactly how that went down, it was a very quick pin out of nowhere. And Becky Lynch is about to make amends for that tonight.
Well, fluke or not, she won. And if Lyra beats Becky tonight, are you going to call that a fluke as well, Wade?
If she does it in a fluky way, I certainly will.
Referee Jessica Carr going to have her hands full in this matchup here tonight. In an interview with Sports Illustrated, Lyra Valkyria said Becky loved being an idol. He tried to be helpful and once herself with the women in the locker room. That has completely changed. Now Becky has become jealous and bitter. Wants to take the top spot from anyone she can.
I personally do not agree with the perspective of Lyra Valkyria whatsoever. Becky Lynch continues to show tough love for the young Dubliner. We formerly idolized Becky Lynch and basically used Becky Lynch as the blueprint to her own success.
Nice leap front arm drag takedown into the
Roll up,
cover. She
roll.
does get it here. Kick it. Deep arm drag
Nice.
by Becky. Lyra said that Becky Lynch no longer cares who she hurts. Lyra said, I will not be welcome.
That's about a little bit of gratitude from Lyra Valkyria. Becky Lynch has basically given Lyra Valkyria the exact know how to make it in this game and become a major star and champion. Thank you occasionally, Bill.
A lot of thank yous. The protege of Becky's looked up to her. There's a
Uh-oh.
lot from Becky.
Now all she does is badmouth Becky Lynch.
Becky brought that upon herself, and look at this, turning things around.
A reverse Boston Crab.
Buxton Brown is going to get even
Looking for a
worse
stretch.
for Becky Lynch.
And Lyra punishing Lynch here with the Intercontinental title on the line.
Swinging her.
Becky, give up here.
This move is equal parts painful and equal parts humiliating.
Uh-oh.
Dominance in the early goings from the youngster Valkyrie.
And this is a great confidence being shown by Lyra here. Slow pace. Punishing Becky,
Talking
taking her
these shit
back.
while she holding
Working some
a
smart
submission.
It's not
Oh,
going to argue the technical acumen.
a move made famous in Mexico.
And Becky in trouble again. Will she give up to Valkyria with the title on the line?
She gonna roll through again?
Valkyria's coming to her own. This is not the Lyra Valkyria that Becky faced 2 years ago.
Not the Lyra Valkyria 6 weeks ago, and that is thanks to Becky Lynch. It's tough love, it's shown growth. in the mindset of Lyra Valkyria.
Look at Valkyria putting on a clinic here.
Stretching her out. Cover. That's a double cover.
Becky's got a kick.
Effectively child's play thus far from Lyra Valkyria.
Waist lock standing switch by Lynch.
Lynch was not expecting.
Oh,
Oof. Cover.
the kick out
And
by
then
Lynch.
kick out.
Out of a bridge too. Tight pin there, and Becky Lynch
Yeah.
on the back foot from the off.
That stretch.
You know, you mentioned it, Wade, that Becky
Ooh,
Lynch
Enziguri might have landed on the nose.
Lyra's come out of her shell. Much more confident, much more vocal. Believes in herself now. Has had an incredible title reign. WWE fans are behind her. And Valkyria now. With a kick grabbing Becky to the barricade.
So what you're telling me is there is method to the madness of the fundamental Becky Lynch.
I didn't think Becky expected this out of Lyra, but she's getting it here tonight at Backlash. I really love watching the development of this woman, Lyra Valkyria, world champ.
Lyra going up.
In her future, no doubt about that. Becky Lynch now, and there's the better. As Lyra took a bit too much time, heading up the top up and down. Becky Lynch on the attack.
Yeah, Becky Lynch showing that finesse that has made her a top-level star in this industry. And Becky Lynch, as much as anyone else, did not have an easy climb to the top in this game. Nobody rolled out the red carpet for her. Why the hell should she roll out the red carpet for people like Lyra Valkyria?
Becky wants the Intercontinental title again. She's been a world champ, an NXT champ, tag champ, a Royal Rumble winner. Love to become the second ever Intercontinental champion, and now really taking it out on Valkyria. And she's got to be careful here because Lyra's got the champ's advantage. She's got to be pinned or submitted for Becky to win the title. Here's the cover.
Oh, that should man kick out. It's good. That was barely a one. Michael.
It's one thing coming out of the blocks.
Becky's elbows bleeding, both of them.
And showing you have champion caliber endurance and durability. And right now we're seeing that Becky Lynch is taking a sting out of the tail of Lyra Valkyria.
And Becky, the veteran, slowing things down, now controlling Lyra.
A slap from the man. Now chop.
Right time game, establishing dominance.
Clear weakness when it comes to Lyra Valkyria against Becky Lynch. Move for move, hold for hold, athleticism for athleticism. You can't put a piece of paper between them. But the mindset of Becky Lynch is conquering. There's still some naivety, some innocence to Lyra Valkyria, and that in this game is a massive problem.
Now Lyra Valkyria able to roll through. Only over Becky uses in the ropes to her advantage. And there's the next blow. Becky again.
Nice exploder suplex cover.
Going down in a kick out. You know, Big E talked about this with us in the Countdown show. The fact that it takes a long time.
Becky arguing with the ref. So she did check that shoulder that was down when it wasn't.
Yeah, verbally, she's certainly already there. These past few weeks have been a completely different persona. From Valkyria. Now you have to back that up. In-ring counterbound with the brightest spotlights on a PLA against one of the very best. It's a tall order.
And Becky Lynch, who again admitted to attacking Bayley a few weeks ago, and very vocal. Well,
Baseball slide from Becky.
Right now, Bayley being taken out of that matchup. If probably these two to win the goal, the end justifies the means. And Lyra Valkyria got the greatest spotlight of her entire career.
That is her husband.
He's screaming to that man who was the fiance, Lyra Valkyria,
Yeah.
here at ringside, and that just tipped her off, and she's fighting back now against Becky.
Certainly an insult to injury.
Head first into the post.
Future family member, while defeating her and taking away a championship
For the title.
Man, kick out.
And again, that's great timing by the veteran. To bring out the emotion in Lyra, force her to make a mistake.
Exactly the level Lyra Valkyria needs to round her game out to if she wants to be a future Hall of Famer like the man Becky Lynch. Bloody in full control is Becky Lynch.
But that's how she made her name, right? Bruised and bloody, the man.
With her nose splattered across her
Oh, look at
face.
Lyra though, trying to fight it. Lyra Valkyria with a slap to Becky Lynch, and Lyra now.
Oof. Becky slapping the shit out of Lyra.
Audacity of Lyra Valkyria.
Oh, roll up.
What a
Nope.
counter
Roll
from
through.
Lyra. Trying to set Becky up.
Oof.
Tremendous power there from Lyra Valkyria, fighting through the pain in that onslaught of slaps from Lynch. And managing to get a little breathing room finally.
It is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. There's been only one Intercontinental Champion. That would be Lyra Valkyria, holding the title for over 100 days. They're trying to fight back here against one of the all-time greats in Becky Lynch. And Lyra now with a clothesline, starting to build some momentum. And this is the fighter we've been talking about that Lyra's been showing as of late.
This is the adaptive and
Oh,
reflexive
that was not
brilliance
great.
of Lyra Valkyria. Figuring it out as you go along its way. She's had so much success thus far.
Cartwheel turned to the insecurity.
Powerbomb. Cover one. Two. Nail kick out by the man.
And Lyra almost pleading with our official Jessica Carr. What do I need to do to put Becky away?
It was a nice effort there from Lyra Valkyria. She simply didn't get the height on that powerbomb to put away someone the caliber of Becky Lynch. And that's signs of fatigue on the body of the champion.
There's 17,155 sold out at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri tonight for Backlash. Jacob Fatu saw him retain the United States Championship just a few months ago. And Lyra do the same for the Women's Intercontinental title. Or will Becky Lynch win the gold? What a physical battle, and I'm impressed with the way that Lyra's going to toe-to-toe with Becky.
Completely hanging in there, and this is not a position that Challenger Lynch wants to find.
Lyra trying to hit the superplex.
From the top rope,
Oh.
it's Robert
Woo.
Lyra able to hold her up there for maximum impact.
Covered by Lyra 1. Nail barely kicked out.
Well-rounded physically, Lyra Valkyria truly is. This stalling suplex off the second rope there, connecting flush on the lower back of Becky Lynch, taking out your ability to kick out at just about. Becky Lynch was able to dig deep enough to keep this one going.
WWE fans applauding this great matchup for the Women's Intercontinental title.
Becky sneaks out.
Nice standing switch by Valkyria.
Valkyria roll up 1, 2. Oh, Becky. 1. Too close to the rope. Ah, got caught. Got caught grabbing the ropes.
That was premeditated.
A wily veteran move, it just didn't pay off.
And Becky goes Valkyria cover.
Cover it. 1, 2. Nail kick out. I thought Becky was going to get away with that rope hold for a second.
Is realizing she perhaps underestimated the resolve of the champion tonight. Valkyria has been outstanding. I expect that every time from Becky Lynch.
There's a physical and mental excitement being shown by two of these women. As this sold-out crowd looks on, Becky trying to get fired up now. Getting Lyra to get to her feet so Becky can put her away. Looking for the manhandle slam. Counter by Valkyria. Into the corner goes Lynch. And Becky
Oh, got caught. Oof.
too often, and Lyra was able to capitalize.
Unfortunately for Lynch, she managed to land on her feet.
Oof.
Top and take it out.
Nice slingshot cross body from Lyra.
Lyra Valkyria just when Becky Lynch thought she was out of danger. Nowhere to hide against this woman.
Lyra top rope, right drop to the back of the neck.
Carry puts it. A move she perfected in NXT
Fucking
UK.
cover. Nail.
Right there. Wait, you see the inexperience.
Yeah, she's hesitated.
Shot that she had. The former champion got.
Oh, eats the knees.
Lynch tried to get her knees up. I don't think she quite connected.
Yeah, but she did a bit. She didn't get all of it, but it was enough. It was just enough. So watch this.
Was that Perry Batia that she won many matches with Tucker to Gold in NXT UK back in the day? This indecision, though, before going for the pin, perhaps cost her this one. Knees up, catching the edge, you're right.
Oh, the ribs.
The frame. of Lyra Valkyria, just allowing Becky Lynch to escape the worst of it.
Yeah, but again, that slight indecision shows you the experience of Lyra. Will it cost her in this match against Lynch?
That's the growth you have to find if you want to get to the level that Becky Lynch is at. It shows there are still weaknesses within Valkyria's.
The crowd big time behind Lyra in these exchanges.
Just like that. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, going for a crucifix.
Went for a backslide. Becky able to counter.
Ooh.
And now Lynch.
Oh, the disarmer.
Lyra doing a great job trying to block the number separation.
Oh.
This armor
Ooh.
reversed nicely there.
And now,
Oh.
Becky.
Lyra gonna make her tap.
Turn it into an armbar. And now, Becky Lynch
Roll.
trying to get into a pinning combination here. And Becky Lynch, now there it is. There's the disarmer.
Yep.
Disarmer now on Lyra. Will she give the champion a tap out?
So Lynch
Yep.
diligently
Roll
trying
through.
to take this one out, and clearly, like,
Cover 1, 2.
just how
Nailed it.
dangerous that hold is.
Yeah, Lyra able to slip out of it. And now,
No. Wait for a cover 2. Ooh, nailed kick out. Ooh, hit her. Cover 1, 2. Ooh, Lyra kicked out. Big old nail. Focus.
Becky Lynch second guessing herself. Every face she's thrown at Lyra, and now she's lost it.
With an ego-crushing kick out by Lyra Valkyria. The confidence ebbing away from Becky Lynch, and now you see sheer panic in the eyes of the challenger, wondering what the hell she has to do to win this goal.
She was cocky, egotistical, and now Becky with a chair. You can't win the title with the chair, Becky. It's about the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, this is Becky Lynch.
I see Bailey coming out here. Carlos.
Well, the official, Jessica Carr, she doesn't have to sit back and take that right out.
You're a huge favourite of Becky Lynch then. Keeping this matchup
Taking out the.
Jessica Carr forced the chair out of the ring. Becky Lynch now has exposed the turnbuckle in the corner. The steel turnbuckle now.
She's gonna end up eating it.
The pad has been ripped off. Valkyria sends Becky.
Ooh. Ooh. What a German.
Valkyria with a big spin.
Ooh.
And Lyra. Second rope.
Ooh.
This time it connects.
1, 2. Kick out. Nice.
Well, both women giving it everything they've got, but their opponent has been equal to everything thus far.
There's complete exhaustion from both of these top superstars.
But it's mental fatigue that is the killer at this point. You know you've got your best shots, and it's not been good enough.
Lyra picking up Becky.
On her shoulders.
Uh-oh.
Becky again able to
Ooh, did she eat the second?
Not the exposed one.
Unfortunate.
It doesn't matter if she wins. 1, 2. Nail, she kicked out.
Again, and Becky Lynch is beside herself.
Lyra Valkyria
Focus, Becky.
showing the world just how hard-wearing she is. Tolerating massive levels of abuse, and this is getting super ugly.
And Becky Lynch is just, she lost it. Doesn't know what she needs to do to put Lyra away.
I don't think Lyra Valkyria has any clue where she's at now, and it's about to get even worse.
Blocked by Lyra. Now Jessica Carr realizes the turnbuckle's been exposed. She's going to head out to, I guess, grab the pad. Meanwhile, Becky went for another manhandle slam. Lyra Valkyria has Becky up.
Oh. Here's it. Carr took a while to nail kick out.
Mr. B has taken victory away from the chip.
It wasn't just
She took a bit too long.
John trying to put the pad back in the turnbuckle. A bit out of position, and that slight difference may have cost Lyra.
This is the referee completely onside to what's going on. Trying to fix that clear and present danger in the team.
Yeah, that's it. A few seconds.
Between the pin taking place and the count beginning was the difference maker. And Lynch is still alive in this one.
Going for it again.
Lyra again with Becky up top. Is she going to try to deliver another Nightwing? Becky fighting back up. Lynch looking for another man.
Yep. Roll through, roll up. 1, 2. Then. Ooh, a poke to the eye.
Onto the eye there, clearly not inadvertent, but highly effective.
1. Uh-oh. Roll through. That thing actually poked her in the eye. Cover. Got her. She's had enough.
Lyra Valkyria wins, retains the title, and Becky Lynch, clearly frustrated, beside herself, has completely got off on Valkyria.
Well, physically, both women gave it absolutely
Uh-oh.
everything.
Disarm.
Just get in there and do something, stop it.
Lynch was just outfoxed, and now she is
And-
absolutely furious and go bananas.
And she's going to put
Bailey's coming in here soon.
here.
No.
No
No Bailey.
Separate the situation. Lyra Valkyria, by the way, may have a broken nose. And now,
Demented look in the eye of Becky Lynch. Sometimes when you win right, you lose in this game.
got the manager Adam Pierce finally out here to separate
Did she
these
break her
two.
nose?
The champion
Yeah, she's covering her nose. Holy shit.
cost. It was a hell of a
Becky.
matchup.
Becky's looking like Charlotte losing her mind.
Tremendous courage and passion from both women, but it just exploded in the final moments there.
Lyra Valkyria, what a performance tonight, man.
She stepped up absolutely huge, outsmarting the veteran in those closing moments, getting the W. Well, the body of Lyra Valkyria is just a wreck at this point.
Got to take a look at some of the great action in this matchup. Lyra's still the Intercontinental Champion. 3-man handle slams, I believe. Becky Lynch.
And astoundingly, the young champ, equal to continuously kicking out and refusing to be defeated this evening.
I'll tell you one thing, Wayne. Each and every week, more and more impressed with the guts and resolve of the champion.
Building performances after an incredible amount of attrition.
Pretty good match.
Over the previous several weeks.
What you guys think? Let me know in the comments of this match.
You have to develop, and no matter what dirty tactics Becky Lynch tried tonight, Lyra Valkyria just said, hell no.
Before, it looked like Lyra had suffered a broken nose, but nonetheless, I'm going to say it right now. After this performance tonight, Wade Barrett, Lyra Valkyria has arrived.
For the first time in WWE history,
All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
of the Bloodline.
Welcome back to Joker's Wildside Watch Along. We're back here on Backlash, and it's Dirty Dom putting his IC Championship on the line against Penta. Cero Miedo. Or as Dom says, Pinche Pendejo.
This is the first time in WrestleMania history that the Intercontinental Championship will be defended in a fatal four-way matchup. Penta was built for WrestleMania.
That was such a great match at WrestleMania. With that frog splash during the cover to get that victory. Yeah, Carlos, that previous match, I thought it was good. There was some sloppy moments, but not a bad match at all, especially towards the end it picked up.
I'm the best of this title, but I'm the best that's ever held this title. It's been 5 minutes. I'm already the greatest ever. It's been 20 minutes and I'm the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. There's Dom. I am the greatest Mysterio of all time. Have you held this title? I'm better than you already. Great. It's only been like 30 minutes and I'm already the greatest. There ain't no fear here.
Who do you guys have here? Penta to get his first title, or Dom, Dirty Dom, to retain his IC Championship? Let me know in the comments. I have a feeling, so I think Dom will retain unless Finn finally turns on Dom like he did Priest. Was it last year? If that's the case, Penta will be your new champ.
You had to believe that Dirty Dom was going to have something up his sleeve. And suddenly, the Judgment Day is back at full strength.
Yeah, Finn not looking happy.
Penta is coming for you.
I'm rooting for Penta, but I think Dom's gonna retain. Unless, like I said, Finn decides to turn on Dom just like he did Priest. And I'll probably turn Dominic babyface. Jesus.
Greatest
Him being a scumbag,
Mysterio of all time.
still a babyface.
Champion of all time.
Continental title at Backlash.
Penta, his entrance is so good. That's right, Carlos. I like this blue and black. A little bit of silver. All right, there's a lot of Latinos in San Luis. Oh, that's what Penta was looking at. A fan has, I love Dom more than Tendies.
He's the man who has taken WWE by storm. Not to mention, Wade, he's pretty damn cool. Penta looking for his first singles championship since arriving in WWE.
Physical charisma, 10 athletic ability, 110. This guy needs to be seen to be believed, and what a welcome addition to WWE.
It is quite the year so far, including being the Iron Man.
I think Dom is slowly winning over the crowd, though.
42 minutes.
We heard it at WrestleMania when he won.
Backlash is brought to you in part by Prime Hydration's new flavor, Sour Nova, with only 20
There you go,
calories.
your favorite drink, Carlos. Prime.
BCA and electrolytes now available at Quick Trip. Memphis had quite the issue. Not only Dominic Mysterio, but also Judgment Day the past couple of months.
The crowd popped for Dom. Got the whole Judgment Day of the guys. Oh, we didn't let him go by himself.
Maybe they are going to let Dom go alone tonight. You spoke to Dominic earlier today. He says the series
I agree.
is a tribute to his godfather, Psychosis, from his Nicho the Millionaire days in Mexico. I remember it was the Mexicools. But nonetheless, you think that Dominic would have been humbled winning the Intercontinental Championship? In many ways, it's made him, well, more insufferable.
Humble? You get humbled if you lose a championship. You win a championship, your ego is perfectly entitled.
You don't have to act like a jackass.
To go out of control, and I like that Nicho the Millionaire reference, because Dirty Dom this evening absolutely looks like $1 million. That's
Yeah, he has.
wide
From that baby face during COVID years
30 seconds
with his dad to now, yeah,
WrestleMania.
he's definitely made a name for himself now.
He caught him in the back in an interview, and he immediately found himself.
He's acting more like Eddie back in the WCW days and the early
title.
and some not.
the early WWE days with China.
Sitting next to a former 5-time Intercontinental Champion in Wade Barrett. Would you consider Dominic the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time?
He's certainly neck and neck with me at this point. So we're fighting it out for the top one victory here, and Dirty Dom is #1 on his own.
And now, Dominic
Where's
Mysterio
Judgment Day?
with a body shot.
Are they still up the ramp?
What does Dom need to do to knock off Penta here tonight?
Oh, he's going to avoid this jaw-dropping athleticism, this blink and you'll miss it kind of offense.
No, Judgment Day is not.
Tried somehow.
They went back. Huh.
Dominic with an impressive move of his own. Hey, I've said this over the past few months. I've been very impressed with the maturation process of Dominic Mysterio in the ring.
Ooh.
Michael Cole said something nice about Dirty Dom.
Ooh.
Only took you about 3 years, Cole.
A lot better than Carlitos. Here's the cover. Hook in both legs and a kick out by the champion. I said his athletic ability. And his
Calmao.
nothing about his attitude.
Penta says.
You don't have to like his attitude, Cole. He's continuously proving the doubters wrong. And I know it grinds your gears, but this kid is everything he said he ever was.
Ooh.
The Mysterio who drives Penta out to the pool. Here comes Dominic. Dominic
Suicide dive into a DDT. Nice. Very beautiful move.
With the greatest DDT you will ever see. That is how good Dirty Dom is.
I agree with you. Absolutely incredible. Turn a suicide dive into a DDT, back into the ring, breaks the count. And now
Ah.
Maki Penta.
The only problem with that DDT is that it happened.
It was a nice move.
And you could immediately capitalize with a pin. But wow, Dirty Dom.
Ooh, uh-oh. Oh. Oh, trading chops.
I'll say this one.
Ooh. Caught Penta on the edge of the step.
WWE in Penta. Nobody saw that come.
Hit first into the corner of the steel steps.
I think that's Brock Lesnar guy
Celebrating it back on the attack. And you know what? I gotta say, I like
on
the
the front row there.
Doing everything right thus far. It's all working. It was a mother of all coming out party to beat three top names at WrestleMania to become the champ, including his potential victim is in.
Yeah, and not to mention he pinned his fellow Judgment Day member Finn Balor.
So pick one hero. Nice. Shades of Eddie to cover. Man, kick out by Penta.
Finn Balor is just forgotten the fact that Dominic pretty much stabbed him in the back at WrestleMania and pinned him to win the Intercontinental title.
Finn Balor is a winner. Of course, he doesn't like it. He's never been happy he lost a match to anybody. But eventually, you accept it and you support your brother-in-arms in the Judgment Day Dirty Dom.
Now again, his vicious attack by Mysterio and Penta and Dominic.
It looks like Dom got more tattoos.
Thus far.
There's some fresh ink on there.
Oh, look at you, eh? The gift of the gab,
Cover.
Michael Cole.
And he
Yeah,
has Penta
grab the
dropping
ropes
the
on one.
which is a break.
That's a little cockiness. Too far there.
Penta grabbing his leg.
Mysterio. We've got to take care of the basics in this game.
Dominic Mysterio handed Penta his only singles loss in WWE. That happened the night after WrestleMania. The title on the line, thanks to the return of J.D. McDonough, helping Dominic keep the title that night. That's another thing that ticked off Finn Balor. When nobody told Finn that J.D. was returning to WWE after that horrific injury.
You get ticked off for a couple of minutes, then you sort it out in the back. You have a quick chat, high five. Welcome back, brother. Let's move on.
Ooh.
Dominic, number two-time NXT North American champion as well as tag champion.
Ooh, catches Dom.
Penta now looking to build some momentum.
Sling Blade Bulldog.
Yeah, that showboat from Dom may come back to haunt him here. It's allowed Penta away back in.
I think Penta is limping.
World
Definitely
champion,
something wrong.
AAA Latin American champion, of course, numerous tag titles. And his brother Ray Phoenix is over now on Friday Night SmackDown.
Uh-oh.
Penta's not quite moved as well as he normally does. Took a little while to get up there, but there's could be extreme danger.
And Penta now
Ooh.
takes down Dominic with a cross body from way above the ring.
Yeah, I think Penta, something's wrong with Penta.
Earlier, getting drilled into those ring steps in the early goings. It's clearly affecting Penta.
Nice crossbody, though, from the top of the post.
After connecting with that crossbody.
In champion's advantage, Penta has to pin or submit Dominic to win the title. Referee now on a count of 3.
Penta's looking like he's struggling to breathe at this point. And the effectiveness of that high-risk move is really neutral when it takes this long to try and bounce and look.
That was, I think that was the side that he caught the edge of the steps.
And for a man like Penta who flies around the ringway, that cannot be good.
Ref checking on him.
Great game plan tonight.
Ooh,
Great
kick.
section by Dominic.
Yep. Three amigos. There's one. Nope. Penta gets out.
Of the Three Amigos to happen.
Ooh. Drop toe. 619. Let's go. Net. Penta ducks.
Was ready for it. Now Penta launching himself up over
Ooh,
the top.
crucifix driver. Doesn't get all of
The
it.
championship.
Then kick out by Dom.
In there from Penta, but again, Penta is writhing in agony. Took another look back at this high-risk offense. This vertical crossbody going to run down the throat of Dirty Dom, followed by this crucifix pin. There's still life in Penta, despite the level of assault he's had to absorb thus far.
Yeah, and it's been a great performance thus far by
Oh,
Mysterio.
oh, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's finisher. Nail kick out.
Dominic just delivered Oblivion, which is what Liv Morgan championship
Woo.
in the past, and almost had Penta taken out. Remember, Liv's off doing a movie. Dominic obviously misses her. Paid a little homage to this girl right there.
That was very nice of Dom.
Baby kicks Liv Morgan.
What?
Baby cakes. That's what they call each other.
Or do you call her that? Kick now by Penta. Baby kicks. Penta now up to the top.
Baby
Dominic
cakes.
trying to
Oh.
fight back. Penta out to the apron.
Ooh.
And a great matchup.
Oh, suplex on the apron. Nope.
Counter momentarily.
Oof.
Catches Dom.
Went for the destroyer on the apron. Ooh. Both of them down on the outside. Oh, Carlitos coming out. I'm surprised they didn't stay with him when they were out. Uh-oh.
JD McDonough just bounced over the barricade. The referee is with Toledo.
What an excellent.
He's going to get a chair.
What was Finn? What the hell was Finn?
Ah, took too long.
Took forever. And he got caught.
Gonna get kicked out again. Out of here. Yeah, you took too long. Penta. Oh, above the ref. Taking out everybody but Finn. I didn't see Finn there. Yeah. Yeah, Penta's definitely something wrong with his lower back. Ooh, big super kick taking out Dom.
His first singles championship in WWE. Get Balor back out here again. I thought they sent him packing.
Oh, Grande Americano. Ooh, headbutt. Uh-oh. Your favorite wrestler, well, your second favorite. Frog splash. Cover. Damn Gable. Finn, obviously, not happy. Happy, but not happy, you know?
Luchadors for months and months now. Then he shows up in this goofy mask, and that's not out. He's taking out Penta. This is insanity.
Well, this is Pentagon for both trying to take out the entirety of Judgment Day. One fell swoop. He missed one of them. Finn Balor and the destruction of Balor, and he came back allowing a Grande Americano to hit that devastating headbutt that has taken out the likes of Ray Phoenix.
Well, the bottom line is Balor had to do something. Things up for Mysterio. And then a Grande Americano shows up out of nowhere. And, you know, for Penta, this is insane. Wait, Penta, this is a 4-on-1 fight for Penta tonight.
Well, ultimately, the big victor is the greatest luchador on planet Earth, Dirty Dom Mysterio, who retains the gold. Great job.
You're sick.
Blush the Slayer.
Man, that was a good match and ruined by the Great Americano. Wasn't that Carlos?
Welcome to the official 2024.
overall, I think a better match than the women's title match. The finish was obviously interference by.
I can smell my own beer again. Scent of coconuts and palm seed puts odor in a submission hold. It is so gentle on the skin. So when you stick it up the joint, turn to Old Spice Total Body. Become the 24/7 freshest champ.
Jesus. All right.
Later tonight, Montreal.
I think
Focus is the center of the fight universe. The newly
Gunther versus Pat is next.
His first title offense in the Great White North against Aussie Jack.
That's the co-main event.
It's 3:15 is available for purchase right now. Head to UFC.com/PPV for more information.
Oh, just announced. I'm wrong. AJ and Finn Balor.
Kentucky this coming Monday night. Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and what many would consider a dream matchup one-on-one this
Bullet Club.
Monday night. War Raiders still trying to prove that they want another title opportunity against the champs, the New Day.
War Raiders American Made.
The Creed Brothers first. That happened Monday night on Raw, live on Netflix. Rhea Ripley's back, and she's going to team with the women's world champion.
Rhea and Io.
To take on the upstarts, Roxanne
and Julia.
Tag team action Monday night. And also live on Netflix from Louisville, Kentucky.
CM Punk next week.
CM Punk. We'll hear from Punk.
That's on Monday.
Since WrestleMania live on Monday nights. 2 weeks from tonight, we're in Tampa, Florida.
Saturday, Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Championship. I know who you're rooting for there, Carlos. Logan Paul.
World Heavyweight Championship against Logan Paul on Saturday night's main event. Speaking of Saturday night's main event, 40 years ago this weekend, Saturday night's main event on NBC, Randy Orton, his father, Cowboy Bob Orton, in a matchup with Hulk Hogan. Only appropriate was 40 years ago this weekend with his son Randy Orton heading into the main event. Later on tonight against John Cena. Mr. T. Piper involved in one of the most classic moments in WWE history. Speaking of Cena and Orton, we are in Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis tonight. And these two men have been incredible champions. John Cena, of course, with 17 world titles, the most of all time. The Nature Boy Ric Flair has 16. Randy Orton is tied with the Hall of Famer, the game's Triple H, with 14 world titles apiece. They meet for the undisputed WWE Championship live tonight. And here we have the Karate Kid fan section.
Okay.
These fans are feeling unstoppable. The Karate Kid Legends exclusively in theaters May 30th. I'm going to be unexpectedly slow McAfee coming up next because
Dumpa, the Ring General
steps into the ring
versus the uber talented Pat McAfee.
Bravery prevails. Will Gunther get away unpunished?
And we have a destruction
I'm pulling for McAfee.
of the
Gunther
McAfee.
next.
You're rooting for Pat too? Yeah, I am too, but I have a feeling he's gonna get beaten the hell up. Gunther. So I'm guessing you're rooting for Pat then.
This particular WrestleMania will be one that Jey Uso will remember for the rest of his life. Jey Uso's world champion, Gunther, tapped out. He did it, Jey. Gunther tapped out.
It also didn't help that Pat and Michael Cole have been yeeting in front of Gunther's face pretty much, especially after that loss. Crowd didn't help either. Chanting, "You tapped out."
You got something to say to me? Tell me right now. I'm not doing my job. I'm not the one who tapped out.
Ooh. Yeah. Almost choked out Michael Cole till Pat came in. Ooh. And then choked out Pat. That promo from Pat this last Monday was very good, though. Calling Gunther soft.
I think there's a lot of people that have forgotten who the hell I am. You must ride for those that
Ride for you.
You're with me or against me. You got a problem with Cole. You got a problem with me, Gunther. I want to fight Gunther ASAP.
We can lift the suspension on Gunther in a sanctioned contest at Backlash.
There's a lot of rumors going around that this is to set up the return of Goldberg. Just rumors, nothing confirmed, though. What do you think of that, Carlos?
To this mat, you've gotten jaded. You've gotten too damn comfortable. It happened with Sami Zayn. It happened with Jey Uso. And on Saturday, you're going to underestimate me. And I'm going to prove to you and all these people that this version of Gunther is soft. Only the grace of God can lift my arms off your throat.
That was such a good promo from both of them there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Pat. Hey, he has the indie jersey.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It's your two feet best from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. By way
He has two matches against a former. Oh, yeah, The Miz.
at 240 pounds. I'll be honest tonight, Wade. I'm extremely nervous.
I'm trying to read what he says on his shirt.
I'm extremely nervous. I feel sort of responsible for this man being in this predicament.
Motherfucker.
But I understand when I sit on the countdown.
Did you read what it said in his jersey, dude?
I'm going to apologize for two things tonight. One is getting Pat McAfee in this predicament, getting up for me tonight. And I'm also going to apologize in advance because for the first time really in my career, I am going to be very biased tonight in the call of this match. Pat McAfee, I want him to win. I want him to embarrass Gunther tonight for Gunther abusing us, assaulting us, laying his hands on us, not allowing us as commentators to have opinions. We should be able to give our opinions out here tonight. And I want Pat McAfee to put Gunther in his place for what he did to me and him a number of weeks ago.
Well, I appreciate the passion. I can't really argue with a single point you made, but I'll try and be the voice of reason at times during this match. Of course, I want McAfee to win too, but I've got to let you know, this match is brought to you by Karate Kid Legends. 2 branches, 1 tree. See Karate Kid Legends exclusively in theaters May 30th.
I have a feeling that Gunther is going to make Pat's chest into ground meat with all those chops he's going to take.
But listen,
That or just put him out of his misery and choke him out
he's
immediately.
going in there against a very vicious and a very
But let's go,
violent man
Pat, regardless.
who's extremely upset over the fact that he is no longer world champion. He took that frustration out on Pat and I the night after WrestleMania, and it has led to this.
Look at you, you're going to jack it up. I've never seen you quite
Here we go. The ring general, Gunther.
And things may finally be settling down in the mind of Pat McAfee. The penny may be dropping The time for talk is over. And oh my God, what a predicament you find yourself in against this man, the ultimate destroyer.
The problem is that you can't allow a man like Gunther to just run around and assault people. Wait, you and I, we have a job to do out here. You know, 28 years I've been doing this. 28 years I've sat at this desk. I've got beaten up. I've got my butt kicked. I've missed a handful of shows. I should be allowed to have some sort of opinion after 28 years. And now we're afraid to say anything that might piss somebody off. They're going to come over here and
Why does Pat look like he has cowlick on one of his sides?
But it doesn't make Pat McAfee getting in the ring with this man anywhere close to right.
And hit the post from being Austria, weighing at 250 pounds, the ring general.
Gunther looked like he's loosened up a little bit on his workout regimen.
I mean, if there's anyone that can pull this off, I believe it's Pat McAfee. Everything he's done in his life, his career to get to this point, hard worker, came from nothing, built an empire, has shown incredible athleticism in the ring. And Pat is
taking off the jersey. Big mistakes. You're going to get the shit chopped out of you, brother. It's going to look like when I chopped Jackson here in a second. My first show.
Takes him lightly. What if he's already see the smirk and smile on his face?
Well, the gulf in ability in ring between these two, I feel like Gunther can take Pat lightly and still win.
Well, that's what started it all for us. They mentioned the fact that Gunther tapped out to Jey Uso to lose his world title at WrestleMania.
Well, that's not doing Pat McAfee any favors right now, reminding and goading this big Austrian powerhouse, lighting that fuse inside the mind of Gunther. And sooner or later, there's going to be an explosion.
The points we're making, Wade, I think are valid. I mean, at WrestleMania a year ago, couldn't get the job done against Sami Zayn, one of the biggest upsets in WrestleMania history. Same thing happened this year against Jey Uso, because Gunther looked past both of those men, didn't take them seriously, perhaps. And that's
Jesus, that Gunther's gonna toy with him for a while.
Gunther has had fewer than a handful of defeats in his entire time in WWE. You can pretty much space them out by about 12 months, and you're telling me two are going to come back to back within 3 weeks of each other? I'm not buying.
McAfee has done it a real match in a couple of years. And he's in there with this killer Gunther, who's not just brutalizing him here in the early going. And
Gunther just toying with him.
First and thinks second. It's why he's been so successful in everything he's ever tried. But occasionally there is an exception.
Roll through. Woo, kip up. You know, Chop said. Pat said, "Nah, I don't want that." With a smirk from Gunther.
Gunther's just enjoying the sport of this right now, but make no mistake, tonight is not about sport. It's about soothing the
Crowd getting behind Pat. Yeah, let's go, Pat. Let's hope you don't get your chest caved in by a Goomba.
McAfee with a headlock.
Oh.
Official in this matchup. Dan England, then out to the apron. Hanging on.
Watch out for that chop.
Interesting that Pat
Slap the shit out of him, Pat.
Now just mocked. Like, Gunther!
Ooh!
And McAfee, again, you can see the inexperience of Pat if he tried to come up over the top. And
Tripped up. Ooh, big chop by Gunther. That's the first. And Pat is down. But he did trip up as he tried to come in.
The greatest, most unstoppable force Europe has ever created.
Yeah, the overzealousness is the way to put it. I mean, Pat can't get cute here. He's just got to try to take the fight to Gunther, or this is going to happen. And Gunther now with a kick right to the shoulder, and things are about to get nasty here. Pat, though, not giving up.
To the gut.
Having a couple less. The body shots to Gunther. Right hit now on a chop of his own. And Gunther wants some more. It's just bouncing.
Ooh, nice chop there. The second one was good. Ooh. Pat standing in there though. Fuck. But jeez.
So obvious. About 10 unanswered from McAfee. Now watch yourself here, Kelly. Don't get too excited. Stay in your lane.
Show the chest. Yeah, there's. You can see his thumbprint separated.
Never want to find out.
Hit him again.
He's in a position to one day tell us.
I didn't think Pat knows where he's at now.
Ooh.
Dropping Pat.
Look, I know you're
His chest might be bleeding by the end of the night.
What does this prove? Seriously. What does any of this prove for you? Just pin him and be done with it. Just move on.
I don't know if you should be talking back at Gunther a bit, but this is what
I'm
comes
telling him to have some mercy and just finish this thing.
Look, the aim of the game is to stay out of Gunther's way. Both you and McAfee have failed miserably at that. These are the consequences.
On the shoulder tackle just drops McAfee. Went for the elbow. Pat moves out of harm's way. And now Pat with a
Ooh.
kick. Remember, former Pro Bowl punter, kick to the spine. And Pat a bit shocked. Makes it back to his feet. Pat breathing pretty heavy here. You would expect him not there now. And Gunther with a kick to the spine of his own.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you could be a top marathon runner, a brilliant NFL player, a premiership footballer. You don't have the same kind of in-ring
Come on, Pat.
as
Come on,
Gunther
Pat.
at this
Come on, Pat. Come on.
Crowd definitely behind Pat though.
One time. That big blow. Come on, Pat. What do you got left? Come on, Pat.
Slap the shit out of him.
Come on, Pat.
Big chop. Nice.
Pat's still on his feet after that shot. Pat delivered another one.
Oh, big move. Ain't that.
McAfee. Cover it. Cover him. No, you cover it.
Gunther's inviting you in, Cole. I suggest you sit your backside down on that chair and break eye contact.
Crowd still chanting. Well, give it to Pat. He's leaving some marks on Gunther's chest for sure.
Come on, Pat. Come on.
We do feel like Gunther can end this at a moment's notice, but he wished to, but I think he's enjoying this too much.
The fans are all over.
I could see Pat winning with the roll up and just pissing off Gunther more. Another chop. Ooh, slap the shit out of him. German.
German suplex released. And things are starting to get ugly.
Yeah, it's a full body assault on Pat McAfee.
Pin him. Just pin him. Can you end this thing, please? Gunther, just end the damn match.
The more you ask, the less likely he is to do so, Cole.
What has he got to prove here? Brady's already beaten the hell out of the guy. I mean, you can end it right here.
Making a point. He is beyond reproach from mere mortals on the dust.
Grab that hand, bro.
The lights are fading out. Thanks for coming, Pat McAfee. And mercifully, this one is on its way to being up. Well, no.
Not trying to fight out of this. Pat said he was trying to talk to some people about how to get out of this hole. Another shot.
Ooh, nice look on his face when he went up for that German.
Hit him. 1, 2, 3. Just end this thing. Just end it.
Oh, you're appealing for compassion.
He's made his point.
I get you. Jonathan's mind is a compassion-free zone at this point.
True.
The guy, he's made his point.
You're appealing to logic, but it's falling on deaf ears.
Okay. Now, I tipped you off. End this match now and be done with it all.
Have to bite your tongue when you're in close proximity to Gunther at the moment.
Just have to end the match, Wade.
I get
I'm not
it.
saying anything.
I get it.
A big club from
It's
his Moon
never
Club.
been about the 1, 2, 3 for Gunther. He knows he's got that in the bag whenever he feels like it.
Chop him in the back?
This is now a public
Are you gonna chop him?
Public flogging is what it is. Come on.
Excuse me.
Pat trying to hang on.
An Avalanche German?
Fans to the left here. Pat trying to stick in this thing. Elbow well placed. Here comes Pat. Come on, Pat. Little rally here. Little rally. You've been against the wall before. You've been against the wall.
Going for a moonsault.
Come on, Pat.
No one home. German.
Pat lands on his feet again. Can't land in the slide. Here comes McAfee. Come
Ooh.
on, Pat. Come on, Pat. Come on. Do something here.
Oh,
Cover.
cover one. Oh, kick out at one.
Gunther quickly back to his feet, right next to his face.
Pat McAfee has a front like a traction engine, capable of an 85-yard punt, and it just bounced off the steel jaw of Gunther.
We knew this wasn't going to be pretty. It wasn't going to be
All right, open slap.
a wrestler match. It was going to be a business fight.
Ooh, big chop.
For more from Pat, and Pat delivered chop after chop. Went by Gunther again. Pat's still on his feet. How much does Pat have left?
Nice chop.
Big chop by Pat. Pat still on his feet, still hanging in there. Pat giving it everything he has. Big right. Come on, Pat.
Pat McAfee has already blown away expectations. Pat, you've already morally won this.
I completely agree.
Crowd definitely behind
Slugging it away with Gunther. Pat can be never
Pat.
for hand here.
Gunther's covered now.
And Pat.
Ooh, bicycle kick.
McAfee again with a super attack.
Gunther's finished it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, caught.
Power bomb. This may be it. Ooh.
Match, just end it now. Enough of this, end the match. You gotta be. Enough of it. You gotta be.
Well, Gunther getting wobbled there might be as good as it gets for McAfee.
Going for Boston, old school Boston crab.
Applied center of the ring. Pat McAfee swore blood he would never tap out.
Uh-oh. Cole's going in. STF. Uh-oh, he's going to drop those elbows. Uh-oh. Going for a pump. Ooh. McAfee again for the save. Roll up. Oof. Almost had him.
Almost the biggest shot of all time in this industry. Michael Cole still in too close proximity to Gunther as this match continues.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. That would have been so funny. See Gunther losing shit. Uh-oh. Sleeper on Gunther. Nope. Oh, Jesus. Big lariat. Think he's going to put him away now.
Once again, the class, the power, the strength of this Austrian destroyer coming to the fore. And Pat McAfee is now being put to the sword. There's simply no right of giving. And Pat McAfee somehow continuing to attempt
Pat about to pass out.
the inevitable demise Gunther
Uh-oh.
in the Hux indeed.
Yeah, Pat passes out.
Pat McAfee's face turning huge. Get
Nope.
the referee and just head this back.
Nope, Pat fighting back.
Well, it's miraculous. And Pat McAfee summoning strength from God knows where, fighting out of this. With his face turned a completely inhuman shape.
Uh-oh.
Just end it, Pat. Give up.
Yeah. Gunther passes out. I mean, Pat passes out.
Get Pat McAfee some medical attention immediately.
I mean, did we expect anything else?
Well, Gunther beats Pat McAfee here at Backlash, which should come as a surprise to nobody. But the guts, the resolve, the effort from Pat McAfee is something I will be applauding until the end of my days. And even Gunther, the indomitable force, seems astounded that it took him ratcheting up through the gears to put away Pat McAfee, a mere announcer here in WWE. The danger is truly still present. Watch yourself, lads.
Gunther. Still in the ring. What are you gonna do, Gunther? Gunther.
A rare show
Oh,
of
respect, yeah.
from one of the greatest the
Wow.
industry has ever seen, Pat McAfee. We are so proud of you. What an effort. And how much abuse did Pat McAfee force himself through this agonizing Boston crowd? Desperately willed up by Michael Cole, who left the desk, as Cole continued to talk. Michael Cole subsequently get trapped in the ring at the stretch and opening a brief window. But McAfee to pull off the ultimate shot. This is Michael Cole holding the leg of the ring general. That's the greatest chance McAfee had of pulling off that all-timer shot. It wasn't quite enough. And as the sleeper was hooked in, a reversal immediately from John following this clubbing like lariat. And the sleeper.
Tell me, guys, what you guys think of this match. Let me know in the comments.
Pat McAfee.
A little,
The lights turning to dark.
a few mistakes there,
Finally getting
as Pat is not a complete in-ring performer, but still good match regardless.
Pat McAfee, that was absolutely incredible. A well-deserved standing ovation for a man who performed above and beyond this evening at Backlash. Thank you, Pat McAfee. But as we try and catch our breath here, let's go and take a special look at the new movie Karate Kid
All right,
Legacy.
as they do that, we're going to go to a break. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Joker's Wildside Watch Along, as we're here back to Backlash. As they're showing the main event, John Cena versus Randy Orton.
For over 2 decades, 2 titans have defined era after era. John Cena defends the 17th championship against Randy Orton in their hometown St. Louis. Can the Viper slay one more legend on his quest to regain the title, or will Cena's destructive farewell tour march on? Cena and Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Winners write history.
I know who you got here, Carlos. You got the master of the RKO.
It's Zero comes home.
Correct?
There is no one in the WWE with the strength, the wisdom, or the ruthless aggression. The last real thing is here. I have known you for 25 years.
If you look at that class, OVW back in 2002,
Yeah, they were so young then.
You would wait and watch the fire away. You always knew that you'd be the one that would drive.
They've had their career kind of attached with each other.
One of the youngest, most charismatic WWE superstars is going to ascend to greatness.
I'm rooting for Randy, but I know John Cena's gonna win here. There's gonna be no surprise.
Randy Orton versus John Cena has become nothing comes close to it.
Randy and John see one another. Randy Orton and John Cena.
Both of those guys wanted the exact same thing, and that's to be the biggest star this business has ever seen.
Wrestling for this week was all I figured out the latest legend that I have to put down. Put that title on the line and fight me. Come on. Randy Orton versus John Cena. You're not gonna ruin wrestling. Never mind dead body. I'm trying to do, Randy Orton. It's what I live here. 3 generations of your family is erased. It's not the way that John Cena champion.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. There's your guy, Paco. Those eyes have fire on the snake. That's just freaking cool. All of St. Louis singing it for him. Ten-time WWE champion, four-time World Heavyweight champion, one-time IC champ, one-time US, four-time tag, one-time Money in the Bank, and two-time Royal Rumble winner. Rally trying to get his 15th world title. Randy definitely taking in this in. Ooh, excuse me.
The undisputed WWE title match is brought to you by Wheatley American Vodka. Wheatley is the undisputed champ for smooth, and it's 10 times distilled because cutting corners isn't American. Tonight, they celebrate the superstars aiming to achieve their own American dream. Grab an American Mule today with Wheatley, the official vodka of WWE. Please enjoy responsibly. After the night, this has been.
You need more than one. I promise you that, but don't worry, I'm buying tonight.
I still get goosebumps every time these two men race the ring.
All right, John Cena. We wait for the GOAT. And always dividing the crowd. There we go. All black entrance. John Cena wearing St. Louis Blues colors. Blue and yellow or blue and gold. Here we go, the main event.
For one fall. Disputed WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from St.
With Gordon, I have a feeling John Cena is gonna retain.
And his opponent is the greatest of Scene 17, here to grace St. Louis with his presence one final time. He is the last real champion. John Cena.
Alicia Tim giving us the big fight feel here tonight. It was August 9th of 2001.
The first
Randy
time.
Orton and John Cena met for the very first time in a one-on-one match at an independent show called the Brian Pillman Memorial, back before they were a part of WWE. They would meet for the first time in OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling, back in 2002. They would go on to meet many.
Let's see what kind of match they put after many, many years of not locking it up.
WrestleMania, to triple threats, to High Prince.
Orton looking bigger than Cena, I think, for the first time.
60-minute Iron Man match. They are dead even when it comes to wins and losses. And if this is the final time that these two ever meet, I can truly say that I've been honored and privileged to call many of these matches. And I'm sure in this match for the undisputed WWE Championship that Randy Orton and John Cena will tear the house down once again. And we start off with a collar and elbow title.
Randy Orton oiled up as hell.
To win his 15th World Championship.
Well, he needs to tap into that unadulterated.
Cena looking like Sheamus,
energy that
pale
is backing
in
that
comparison.
boy here in St. Louis all the way to number 15.
What about for John Cena, the record-setting 17-time world champion?
Well, John Cena needs to tap into that bitter, resentful side that we saw at WrestleMania, the one that led him all the way to victory over Cody Rhodes, the one that led him to that record 17-time world championship. John Cena, in a nutshell, needs to take every shortcut and every low road available to him this evening.
You know,
His hometown definitely let him
tonight,
giving love to Randy
the
Orton.
history that John Cena made at WrestleMania, 17th world title. Ric Flair, of course, now sits in second place with 16 world championships. Third on that list, tied for third, is this man, Randy Orton, the Hall of Famer, Triple H, with 14. Wade, an incredible feat.
A good chat with Randy Orton, which are on our pre-show. Randy Orton claims he's got at least 10 years left in his body. If he makes this
Don't
number
shake his
15,
hand.
then 17 will become tantalizingly close.
Oh, and pokes the eye. I told you.
Expecting that. John Cena, obviously, with its cheap little slap, but that was just to play mind games. You knew it wasn't going to hurt Randy. Randy may be in the best shape of his life and was poking the eye.
Oh, an eye for an eye, literally.
Gonna let a little bit go here tonight, as well he should.
Let me tell you, Cole, the difference at WrestleMania is that Cody Rhodes refused to take that low road with John Cena. He was too morally pure and it came back to bite him. Randy Orton historically has had no issue whatsoever in taking whatever low road is available. All bets are off now, and I like that for Randy Orton.
And here's Cena now, back center of the ring. You know, for Randy Orton, I've said many, many times over the years, he has absolutely no absence of malice. He doesn't like anybody. And despite his growing popularity over the years, he's still the same old Randy Orton way.
Yeah, the personality doesn't change. Sometimes they love him, sometimes they hate him, but
I think they're chanting, "You can't wrestle," meant for John Cena.
Turning him to the dark side. And that is a massive benefit to Orton tonight if he's going to dethrone the so-called last real champ.
He had a tremendous sit-down interview with Randy on the Countdown show, Wade. Very open in a lot of things that he talked about.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, this is by far the most mature version of Randy Orton I have ever seen. Oh, he truly is in 2025 the locker room leader that John Cena never was during his time on top.
Had love takeover, Randy in control.
Spent time in the locker room, but I'm not sure if I agree with that statement. I think many people would believe Cena was a locker room leader for much of his career.
I completely dispute that. I think John Cena was about one man and one man only, and Randy actually echoed that in my interview with him throughout his career on top. John Cena put himself first and foremost, where somebody like Randy Orton is consistently giving this.
This also coming from the guy that headed up a group that tried to end John Cena's career. In fact, you had a match with Randy Orton at one point where John Cena was forced to be the referee in that match because of this whole silly Nexus situation you were involved in.
He's looking silly about the Nexus. I was a young guy trying to punch up and make a name for myself. That's all that was. You can't blame young guys taking shortcuts like that. But Randy Orton is a man who certainly doesn't need any shortcuts this evening. Physically built.
Are you gonna run?
And now John Cena's taking a stroll.
And you would never see this out of the old John Cena. Whatever happened to the hustle, loyalty, and the respect, and the never give up attitude of this
And
man?
here comes Randy.
He cannot match the absolute best, so he has to take these shortcuts. And Randy Orton is saying, hell no, you ain't getting away that easy.
And Randy Orton he wants an opportunity at the championship. Of course, he has to pin or submit John for that to happen. Interesting interview in Billboard magazine with Randy Orton. Among the subjects they talked about was the fact that here's Cena.
Ooh, Cena taken out.
Was the fact that Randy finds himself in
Randy.
this unfamiliar position of getting cheered when it always used to be Cena getting cheered when he faced Orton in the past.
Yeah, it's unadulterated at this point, and let me tell you, the entire locker room in WWE is completely united behind Randy Orton, this spiteful megalomaniac that 2025 John Cena has become. He does not own the history and the legacy of this company and that championship that he's currently in possession of.
Or since he's going to retire with it, because he's the last real champion.
Cena's a heel doing the 10 count.
Still impressed with the shape. that
Nah, he's
John
gonna cut him
Cena
off.
maintained with the schedule that he has.
Nah.
And I can't lose a pound of a
Ooh, double kick to each other.
Physically incredible shape is John Cena.
Randy.
He showed that he absolutely does not have that ring rust at WrestleMania 41.
Randy going at it.
$17,000 in St. Louis in unison, chaining along with Randy's punches.
Give him 20 more, please, Randy Orton. Cena now on jelly legs. Not a good place to be.
European uppercut, knocks Cena down.
We're not as dangerous as Randy Orton.
Cover by
Cover,
Randy
one.
on Cena.
That shouldn't have been a
Cena
two.
kicks it too. Randy knew he wasn't going to pick up the win there. It was more psychological than anything else.
Well, that's the methodical pacing that has made Randy Orton one of the absolute greatest of all.
Well, here we go. Classic Randy. Stomping out the limbs.
John Cena.
I think we've named it the Orton stomp by now.
Yep.
But wait,
You old school, pal.
and you mentioned this weight in the countdown show. I thought it was really interesting, the methodical style of Randy Orton. That's the style that Cena worked against Cody Rhodes in WrestleMania, and it really helped John in that matchup. But now he's in a match against a guy like
Classic Randy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So Cody Rhodes is a much faster-paced superstar than John Cena allowed him to be at WrestleMania 41. Cody was baited into that. If Cena wants to take things slow tonight, that entirely plays into the wheelhouse of the Viper Randy Orton, who looks a different class to the champ this evening.
Ooh, knee drop to the face.
Randy with a
Cover.
knee to the face of
One,
Cena.
two, and then kick out too
Let's not
soon.
forget. I mean, let alone the fact that his dad is a cowboy Bob Orton. We mentioned 40 years ago this weekend, the big match with Hulk Hogan in Saturday night's main event. But, you know, he also learned the trade and all the tricks in the book from not only Triple H, but the Nature Boy, the dirtiest player in the history of the sport, as part of evolution.
And we talked about that low, no finer shooters in history to give you a roadmap on how to excel on that low road and drop the hammer at the right time against John Cena. Who certainly is not
Right,
getting
Cena with the sleeper.
Yeah, Cena looking for a
We
slip
just saw
down.
Pat pass out with this.
Not sure if John has it all. And now he might. John putting his entire pressure on the body of Randy. Randy's massive frame able to hold John up at least momentarily, but John trying to wrestle him down to the mat.
Yeah, we saw that montage of the history between these two. You can see from the frame alone how much the physique of Randy has changed over the years. Once upon a time, he may well have collapsed when John Cena was on his back, not here.
Yeah, return. Eye for an eye again.
Wrapping himself around John Cena. More like a chin lock applied here. Wrestling John down to the mat now to one knee.
Randy's done a hell of a job of keeping his ego and his anger intact so far.
Now
Oh,
John
sleeper.
turns it around to a sleeper of his own. Now remember, this is Cena's first title defense since he won the championship at WrestleMania. Not had a match since then. Randy Orton now locks up.
They're
John
exchanging sleeps.
Cena. Now
Sleep.
John into one of his own.
Kind of like they were exchanging strikes. Nice back suplex. The crowd cheering and booing for
Both men down in the center of the ring.
as they
Again,
exchange
senior official
sleepers.
Chad Patton working this match tonight.
It's going to be incredibly difficult for either one of these two to catch the other by surprise this evening.
You know, we talked earlier. No one ever thought that someone would knock off a 16-time world championship record held by Flair. Cena did it. Now people are talking about the fact that nobody's ever going to get to 17.
Yeah,
But
Randy's
Orton's talking about hanging around another 10 years. He may do that.
Yeah, it's only Randy Orton who's in with any form of chance right now, that's for sure.
Shoulder tackle now by Cena. Orton goes down again. And John, and there's that spin slam by Cena. And John
Classic Cena.
where he wants him. But will he give the fans what they want?
Muscle memory for Cena, and
Yep.
that's up to Cena, not even breathing heavy.
Mockingly.
Cena's lat has a
And now
laceration.
John with the five-knuckle shuffle across the forehead of Orton.
He's a knob, but he's absolutely capable of tapping into that historical best. And here we go, Joel.
Cena
Nope.
looking for an and Orton was able to slip out from behind.
Power slam?
Randy
Nope.
now with the close on. Now Orton starting to pick up the pace. It is May. It is the final
Power slam.
number of months
Yep.
of John Cena's
Ooh.
legendary career. He wants to retire as champion. Orton has something to say about it tonight.
Oh, Cena rolled to the apron.
Randy Orton doing what he does like nobody else.
And Cena's in trouble here. He's been in this position before.
Classic.
It's a draping
Orton.
DDT, but
Nope.
Cena, quick move. Cena,
Roll up.
here. And
Man.
these guys know each other so well, Wayne.
Going for the STF. Randy not letting it happen.
Those hands where they are, Randy.
John trying to lock it in, but Randy Orton able to block it, at least momentarily. John's able to slip it in there, though. He doesn't have all of it. As Orton now trying to drag John to the ropes.
They've seen the desperately trying to rear back and stretch that spine of Randy Orton, but Randy perhaps at this point is too powerful to allow him to do so.
And you got Cena, huh?
Looks to grab and drag Orton back to the middle of the ring. Randy creates some space.
Now, here we go. Is he going to hit it now? Yep.
Randy Orton with a draping DDT. And I think Randy
Just lower back again.
may start hearing some voices.
Tasting that DDT.
The punt. If Randy wins it, I want to see it with the punt. That'd be great.
Shrugging off some pain in that lower back from that STF attack.
He's going to coil. I was going to set up for the punt. Yep. Coil.
The Viper is coiled. The Viper is ready to strike.
Nope.
Over the RKO, Cena block. Cena with Randy
F.
on his shoulders.
The attitude adjustment. Oh, into RKO. Cover. Come on.
Okay.
Cena's too close to the rope.
Massive amount of effort from Johnson.
Look at that. So John there.
He missed it.
Yes. Cena for the AA. Randy went for the RKO. Both men took each other out.
Just shows you how lightning fast the reactions of Randy Orton are.
Jesus, I hate that chant so much. If it's deserved, yeah. If it's not, this is not awesome yet.
But taking it away at the death is the unrepentant Viper.
It's amazing. So many years of watching these two battle, and just each and every time, and just so blessed to be out here, Wade, and to watch these two all-time greats go at each other.
Two most iconic professional wrestlers of this millennium.
You shared the ring with both of them. That's incredible.
Headbutt from Randy.
For the success.
John Cena returns one.
And Randy Orton fires back. And a big uppercut by Randy. 17,000 plus have been invested. And not only.
Uh-oh. Hey. Uh-oh. Cena. Nailed kick out by Randy.
Well, that time Randy Orton just had no answer after he was rocked by those massive shots from John Cena. Randy Orton puts a big beat to protect the legacy of not only his family, but his entire industry.
I was going to say 17,000 invested in every move in this match tonight. In fact, they've been invested in every move of every match tonight. And what has been an incredible show.
Still divided as hell.
We've had 3 title retentions so far tonight. Cena trying to make it 4.
Yep.
And now Randy Orton up on his shoulders again, able to use those long arms to hang on to the top rope. And the momentum now. This is wildly seen off the ropes again.
Here we go.
Randy.
Oh, for the second shoulder checker got turned into an RKO.
Randy could not capitalize.
Oh my God, John Cena picking up the pace on this one. Randy Orton with a desperation throw at the RKO. So much has been taken out of Orton. And he may
Set up for the punt.
at some point. Trying to get some freedom back.
He set up.
Grabbing the neck. Look at this RKO. So instinctive.
Randy's had
Precision.
and wait, he's had neck issues, back issues, shoulder issues his entire career.
25 years at the top, taking on guys like John Cena. Both of these men with countless injuries over the years.
Set him up. Let's go.
Can still do this.
May move, but
It's been nearly 8.5 years.
uh-oh. Hell yeah. Punt him. Go to that place. Nope. Uh-oh. Is he gonna kick out again? Oh, yes. Randy kicks out.
A couple of weeks ago, he was going to connect with a punt to the skull of John Cena. Excitement. Overcommitted, turned his back briefly, and Cena was ready to pounce. But equal to it, somehow still Randy Orton. And I'm looking over at Orton in the ring. He's keeping wiggling those fingers. I don't know how much feeling is left in there.
Big fight atmosphere, 17,000 plus sold out St. Louis tonight. Our main event at Backlash. Cena, Orton, once again. Perhaps the final time.
Oh, Cena gonna look for a cutter, RKO.
WWE Championship, and now John Cena mocking Randy Orton.
the little smirk Cena gives. Oh, is he gonna go for the punt?
Orton's hometown. And now John Cena maybe lining up for a punt of his own. Randy Orton moves out of harm's way. Randy now looks for RKO.
Oh, ref bump. Who's coming in? Son of a bitch.
By Cena, but nonetheless, the official Chad Patton's down.
Yeah, that was a heavy landing for Chad Patton.
And now Chad down. Cena with a third AA delivered to Randy, but John is very well aware there's no official right now.
How many times do you see people dive on a pin in that situation? That is 25 years of experience of John Cena, knowing full well he's going to hide into nothing. But with the referee down, with the
John is staring down at the title. Remember what happened in WrestleMania when Cody Rhodes wouldn't pull the trigger, wouldn't use the championship.
Well, you can go as low as you want at this point. You can't see me. Referee can't see me.
Why?
Excuse me. You're good, Carlos. Pat passed out, but Gunther showed him respect after the match. And now, Cena. Ooh, RKO. I'm guessing you're rooting for Randy, right? Uh-oh, ref's back. Come on. Hurry up, ref. 1, 2. And a kick out, of course. By Big Mac Cena. Randy Orton hit the
Randy Orton knew that was his opportunity, and Cena is now reeling.
Well, what a roller coaster. 60 seconds this was. Swinging back and forth. Both men looking to be closing in on the
Cena might be looking for something. Randy's back.
But I think John Cena is even worse off at this
point.
Chad Patton, I'm not even sure he can breathe.
Yeah, he's looking for the punt.
Get the hell out of the way.
Oh, no. The table.
Oh, God, you remember that Prince of Rage was supposed to be targeted, and Kevin Owens, he didn't just dissipate. It's remained that it's been refocused on John Cena.
What are you talking about? This man's had
Randy Orton's back's definitely hurting for sure. John Cena's about to chop block you. Be careful. Yep, another. Ooh, ref hit the stairs. This one might be out.
Chad went head first into the steps.
Yep.
And now John Cena sending Randy Orton off the ring post.
Well, the referee, Chad Patton, was trying to play with Randy Orton, speak some sense, get him back in the ring, and that was the moment John Cena capitalized and go straight back into this.
And again, I got to admit something here, Wade. John has been just a step quicker tonight to beat Randy Orton with a punch.
He's got that look on his face that he's loved every second of it so far. He's trying to embarrass and humiliate Randy Orton in his hometown.
Well, I think he got a good punch to his table here.
Yeah.
Just the scowl, the disgusting look on the face of the disgusting look, I should say.
Cena saying you don't matter.
Now John with Randy Orton up top. Focusing on the announce table now. Randy Orton, though. He's got
Oh, he's gonna hit him with an AA.
Look at this. Randy.
Ooh. The table doesn't budge. Now it does. Well, one side.
John Cena bouncing off the table. Spine first off this reinforced steel table. And Randy's talking to himself now.
Yeah.
That's never a good thing.
No.
Well, Dodge Danger wants to see. Where do you want me to go?
Oh.
Randy now just dragging John Cena up, talking some
The ref is out. Maybe a low blow here.
This carnage, referee Jackman is down, and I assure you, Al, he's not coming back here.
Well, somebody better check on Chad. He's out. We need another official down here. Randy's beat the hell out of Cena.
Here we go.
I don't think he's done yet.
Well, a lot of watching wounded on medical staff and focused on a lot of the bodies that have been beaten up this evening. Things are about to get even worse.
Is he getting a table? Yeah. Randy reaching for that table.
Something he likes to look at.
And the fans do as well. Randy Orton, he set up a table, Wade. Randy Orton is now setting up a table. I mean, he's already put John into one and through one, and now he's got the hood of our announce table that he's tossing out of harm's way, and he's going to drag John Cena now.
Morality goes out the window, referee's down, take your chance.
Oh, Cena fighting back.
Now John fighting back. Bouncing Randy off the steel steps here.
Looking for the AA.
Randy fighting back.
Uh-oh. Ooh, AA through the table. To Cena. And then Randy reaching for a prime bottle.
Great pause from Randy Orton. The amount of energy he's exerted this evening, you can't blame him, but John Cena wants to bring to rights at this point. 2 tables he's been through.
But wait, there's a serious problem here.
No official.
We don't have an official. This has turned into an all-out street fight, an absolute brawl.
Pretty much.
Chad Patton's been down for a number of minutes.
He's grabbing his face.
Well, we need a contingency plan. If this match is continuing,
Well, maybe General Manager Pierce should think about sending another official down here. It is awesome, guys, but Randy's not going to have a chance to win things if there's nobody to
It's good. Not awesome yet.
tactic at that point, do unlimited damage.
Gonna coil up again.
Finally shows up. There's nothing stopping you. Guarantee victory.
And Randy Orton now is coiled and ready to strike John Cena. Trying to come to now. Trying to make it back to his feet. Orton is primed and ready. Randy Orton now.
Oh. Cover. Where's the ref? Come on. Running in. 1, 2. Then kick out. They might take him out too.
Destruction is palpable inside this arena. The hometown boy had it won. But somehow I'll give all the credit in the world. After going through 2 tables and tasting an RKO, John Cena refuses to die.
The ref is gonna get hit here again with the belt.
Now as Randy talks to the official, John Cena is stalking him from behind.
Yep, I knew it. I knew this ref was gonna be taken out to a not again another RKO. Get another ref.
And now General Manager Nick Aldis from SmackDown and a bunch
And where's the ref?
down to the ring, trying to get the official Eddie Labor to come to.
I'll tell you right now, some many championship shots to the cranium in that time. That was about as hard a hit as I have ever seen. I'm not surprised to see this focus on the referee who's down.
I think Nick Aldis is gonna get RKO'd again.
It's the general manager. Get another referee there. And he left.
Hearing voices. He's gonna hit it. Yeah! Nick Aldis, get out of here. Another. Oh, Shen Helms too. Goodbye. Davari. He cuts everybody down. And then the kick. Let's go.
I think they're playing Randy Orton for losing his right at this point.
He had the title run a number of times.
Yeah. Hear those voices, Randy. Go for that punt. Yes. Yes.
We tried to do this earlier tonight. I mentioned the Legend Killer. For many years, putting in legends.
One final legend to kill.
Oh, R-Truth. Oh, we knew this. Ah, fuck. And R-Truth gets it too. Oh, low blow by Cena. Yeah, he's gonna win it.
He did come out here because he's a fan of John's, but the problem.
Yeah, a lot of people were calling it. Truth is gonna get involved. Ooh.
He gets rid of the evidence into the cover against the official, but coming to him, dragging himself into the ring.
Come on, kick out. Kick out, Patton. One. Ah. Jesus.
I don't even know what to say anymore, except the fact that the old John Cena never, in a million years, would have taken a victory like that.
Well,
which is what made it special. Wade, that is what made John Cena special.
Well, you're a reformed fanboy like a lot of people at this point, but this is the most desperate, soulless John Cena we have ever seen. But crucially, that's irrelevant right now. What is relevant is that John Cena is still the champ.
He wants to retire the title, the last real champion in his mind. And I mean,
this was the second
as soon as R-Truth came in,
shot to the skull.
we knew it was over.
Randy had this one. This was the moment. This place should have come unglued. And Randy should have been the 15th-time world champion.
now Randy's going to suffer a lot of fines after the carnage he left. As he's frustration with
An RKO party. Anyone in reasonable range took one. Our producers.
Yep, all of them. Jamie Noble was the last one.
And this was when Randy Orton lined up the punt, and it should have been executed. That was the kill shot.
I want to truth out here. The same as long time buddy, I guess. Always a fan of Cena. And then, of course, when the official still out, that was delivered a little whirlwind, and then it was just
that distraction with R-Truth opened the window for John Cena to be the destiny.
Oh, my God.
As low as you want. And Randy Orton at this point with that championship.
I think he should have kicked out with the ref taking so long. Jesus.
You know what makes me so angry about all this is the fact that that was a great match. John put on a hell of a show.
I know you can't see me, but can you hear me? Cut the damn music.
He's pissed.
I don't need music. What I need is competition.
Okay.
And I sure as hell don't need you. Drink it in, St. Louis, because this is what the last real champion looks like.
All right. So how we're ending? All right. Thank you guys for joining me for Backlash here. Pretty good match, good shows. Randy came up short, unfortunately. Talking our truth, but no title change tonight. Cena retains, Jacob Fatu retains, with the debut of Jeff Cobb. Dominic also retains, Lyra retains, and Gunther puts Pat McAfee to sleep. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite moment. I've been Logan. This is JoJerz Wild Side. See you next time.